EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Throwing first play is Herbert. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Well, how about that adrenaline? First play of the game, and we have a catch that we're going to talk about probably the rest of this game and straight into the highlights.
Right out of the gate. What an effort. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Herbert changing things up. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbin. Look at this Baltimore defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Oh, they're changing this at the line. In motion left is Davis. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Herbert on 1st down now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. That one out wide and intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Herbert. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. You look at this Baltimore defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
That's caught. It's Flowers. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Oh, we changed it. 3. Mike 3. Hey, I'm coming.
Here's Jackson to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Interested to see what they dial up here. Third and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Now it's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 11 yards, but still not enough. Fourth down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, it's Herbert. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert going to change the play here. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Second and 10. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Chargers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. They run once more with Edwards. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Edwards is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that play's not going to go in their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here is 3rd and 5. Jackson going to change things up a bit. Now Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw here, Herbert. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Play action. It's Herbert. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This kick to shatter the NFL record, a 69-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This now a 3rd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Herbert going to change the look. They're going to look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 4th down, Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. From the gun, they go to Edwards. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Herbert now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Going deep for Walker. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A gain of 39 that time.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have opened the lead up to 30. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Charger drive about to get going. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. That'll be complete to Dobbins. Oh, what a move. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on third down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Dobbins running out of the gun. Now he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chargers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
In motion left, the tight end. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Returning it, Justice Hill. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Play action. It's Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list.
And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button.
And that's caught inside the 30. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Finding Walker complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Lamar changing the look.
A first down carry for Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
This is 2nd and 8.
Jackson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, Jackson.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Ravens, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
Ay, wake up, shot calling. Paid what I bought it. New crib psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Yeah, straight out the Lennox. That on for hours. I'm straight out the minutes. They calling up Dion and straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. it break out the minutes from capital and then we straight out